guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a special treat. It's a first up Age of Sigmar battle report that we're going to be doing. Lucy's going to be playing a Stormcast, Phil's going to be playing Dwarves, and I think there's going to be glitter all over the battlefield. Yeah? Are you looking forward to this?
But do it.
Of course, Phil has to be in Dwarf accent. I challenge you to speak the entire battle report in a Dwarven accent.
And what will you do? If I speak in a dwarf accent, what will you do?
Lucy will hopefully kill your dwarves.
No.
So it's 1,000 points. I don't remember the name of the mission that we're playing, but we will go over that. And like I said, it's Stormcast versus Dwarves. Let's have a quick look at the forces. Right, so here we go. This is 980 points of Lucy's Stormcast. For heroes, we have a Lord Celestant on Dracoth. He is the general today. He has Legendary Fighter, which adds 1 to his attack stat, and he has a Quicksilver Potion. Other heroes include Lord Relictor, so I'm thinking Lucy's going to be using him to heal the Dracoth. And we've also got a Lord Castellant on foot, not with his Gryph-hound today. He's going to help out by probably giving him all these Retributors +1 armor save. The Retributors here, there's a unit of 5 with 2 Star Soul Maces. For Battle Line, we've got a unit of 5 Judicators, and the Prime has the Shock Bolt there. We've also got a unit of 5 Liberators with Warhammers and Shields. We've got a unit of 5 Liberators here with Warhammers and Shields. One guy in there having a Grand Hammer. That makes up 980 points of Storm. So here we go, Phil. The Dwarfs are out.
The dwarfs are Erebor are here.
No problem. And how many points is this?
This is 1,000 on the board.
Okay, and what do you have?
We have my runesmith here. He's called Darlin, as in the Whitebeard one from Hobbit films. And we've got my Warden King here, who is Thorin. We got our Grimberlocks. He is from the app. He's not in the order book, but he costs the same as a cogsmith. Just does better things. And can you guess what his name is?
Gimli?
No, he's Philly.
Okay.
And then for our battle lines, we've got a 10-man unit of Longbeards with ancestral great axes. We've got the banner, the leader, and the musician in there. Then the other battle lines is a 10-man unit of warriors. We've got a banner, musician, and leader in there. The leader has a hammer instead of an axe, and everybody else has axe and shields. Then we've got a 10-man unit of Thunderers, which has a banner, leader, and musician. The leaders always have white beards because they're old and more wise. Then we've got 2 5-man squads of Iron Drakes. The leader has a Grudge Torpedo, and then there's a banner in there as well. And that's 2 units there. And then we have a cannon with 3 crew as well. And that's mine. My leader has a Phoenix Stone and Master of Defense trait, and Phoenix Stone allows him to regen 1 wound every hero phase, and the Master of Defense allows him to ignore wounds and mortal wounds on a 6.
And that's this guy.
That's this guy here. Old school model, all the way back from the Skull Pass kit.
No problem. Right, so here we go, folks. The mission is take and hold. There's 2 objectives, 9 inches from each player's deployment zone. It's just there. So Lucy finished setting up first, so she gets to choose who goes first. The name of the game is by the end of battle round 3, you have to control both objectives, and if you do, you win by a major victory. And you control an objective simply by having 5 models within 6 inches of it and none of your enemies. Right, so Lucy has elected for Phil to go first. She knows he's out of range. Is she trying to bait him in? Phil, are you moving forward?
No.
You're not? No.
I'll be shuffling around though.
Before you do that though, hero phase.
Yeah, so this guy is going to try and put the rune on them to make them add an extra 1 to their rend, so it'll be -3 rend on a 2+. Yeah, got it. So they've got an extra 1 rend on them.
Okay.
These guys will call a grudge, and they say that I thought dwarves were made of sterner stuff. So that means all models within 8 inches of them, if they fail their bravery test and run away are on a 5+, they stay.
Right.
The Warning King isn't in range to do any of his stuff. And that is the hero phase. Yep, so that's hero phase. Grim Bullocks has give these guys the extra 6-inch range to their weapons as well.
So they're now range 22.
Yeah.
Still out of range though.
Still out of range though, yeah.
Unless you move forward.
Unless I move forward.
Right, so Phil's just moved these guys around ever so slightly. He hasn't really pushed forward at all off his deployment line. These guys are still out of range. So the only thing Phil's going to do is he's going to shoot the cannon. Where's it going?
Into the Dracoth.
Of course. So, hitting on 4s, you said?
Yeah, I've just read here it's got a rune of accuracy, so when it has an engineer, which is what he has, within 1 inch of the unit, they get to re-roll their failed to hit rolls when firing the cannon.
2 shots at Dracoth. He is within range as it's a 30-inch range.
32.
32. So, hitting on 4s, re-rolling. 2 hits. Wounding on 2s.
With a -3 rend.
That's 1. Right, so that's 1 wound on Dracoth. -3 rend makes it 6 up because the shield he re-rolls 1s. That is a 4, so that's D6 wounds, I believe, Phil.
Here comes the 6. Da 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 da.
2 wounds. Dracoth is down to 5. Right, so 2 wounds on Dracoth concludes Phil's turn. It's now over to Lucy to push the Stormcast forward. I'm thinking she's maybe hoping for a double turn off the back of it to run across the battlefield in 1. Right, so Stormcast turn 1. Lucy's Lord Celestin on Dracoth is using the command ability Lord of the Host, which means all these Stormcasts within 24 don't need to take a battle shock.
But you'll be scared. They'll be scared.
Of dwarves?
Yeah?
No.
We'll see.
Made of sterner stuff.
Meanwhile, the Lord Castellant is going to be using his Warden Lantern on the Celestin on Dracoth, which is going to give him a 2+ save, and any 6s that he makes will heal him for a wound. Any 1s she can re-roll to cause potential damage to the opponent. The other thing that she's going to be doing is Lord Relictor is going to be using his Healing Storm on Celestin and Dracoth. We're looking for 3s to get this off. And it goes off on a 6, healing for D3 wounds. And that is the 2. Right, so in the movement phase, Lucy's going to move the Retributors. They have a 4-inch move forward, plus they are going to run 3 inches, nearly into the cover, but not quite. And the Liberators, they have a 5-inch move, plus a D6 run for a 5, so they're going to be pushing forward 10 inches. They're going to get across that battlefield. Right, so Lucy's moved the Dracoth forward. Those guys have all pushed up as well, running forward. Castellan is running behind them as well. Lord Relictor has stayed in the cover, and the Judicators have pushed round into the cover as well, just to try and get within range, and a couple of them are within range of this front unit of Dwarven warriors. However, the Dracoth is going to fire his Storm Breath. He can land about here, which puts it within 2 inches of this unit. So Lucy on a 4+, goes off, and unfortunately it does not. Right, so shooting phase, the Judicators down here are going to shoot across into the Dwarven warriors. Lucy's got 4 normal attacks and 1 with the shock bolt. The white dice will represent the shock bolt, hitting on 2s from the prime. And that is 1 miss there. Shock bolt does D6 to wound rolls for 3. So Lucy is going to get 6 to wound rolls. She wounds on 3s.
Oh, damn.
Wow, that is 6 with -1 rend, Phil.
Oh, -1 rend.
So, Phil has a 5-up save, now dropped to a 6-up save on 6 dice.
Reroll 'em once. Not a single.
So you lose 5. Wow.
Oh, it's going to be a bad battle shock.
And Phil, of course, taking them from the front there, meaning that it's even further for Dracoth to charge. In fact, he wouldn't have been able to make it. But yeah, that's going to put him out of range for a charge for sure. And I think that is the end of Stormcast. That's the end of battle round. Right, so Phil needs to take a battle shock on these guys now. We lost 5, so it's D6 -1.
Yeah, so just before I say anything, the banner allows me to lose half of the guys that run away.
Okay.
Which is a helpful thing. So D6 -1. Here's the 1!
2, so you kill 1.
So 1 half, but rounded up is 1.
So you lose 1 more guy.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. Right, folks, going into battle round 2. Who gets first turn here? I think Lucy's praying for it. She gets a 6. And Phil gets a 5. Wow, Phil.
God damn.
Stormcast hero phase. Lucy is using the Warden Lantern from Lord Castellan on Lord Celestin on Dracoth because she's going to try and push him forward. I think he is using Lord of the Host to prevent battle shocks within 24 inches of him. Move on to movement. Right, so movement phase. The Liberators are pushed forward. Lucy knows it's a long charge. It's a 9-inch charge across to these guys, but she needs the chance to try and get rid of them faster. The Dracoth has pushed forward as well, and he's going to be using Storm Breath in the middle of here to clip 3 units as any models with any units within 2 inches. She is, however, going to be moving and running the Retributors. How far do they run, Lucy? 4 plus 5, so they are going forward 9. Castellan is 4 plus 4, that's 8 for him, and Lord Relictor 6, so he's going 10. Wow, making it across the board. Right, so moving into shooting phase. Lord Celestin is going to use Storm Breath to land right here. So we've got 3 units, which means Lucy gets 3 rolls. So we'll roll for these guys here first. Phil, what are they called?
Longbeards.
Longbeards, so 4 plus on Longbeards. Right, so the Longbeards suffer D3 mortal wounds, Lucy. That is 1, but Phil can ignore it on a 6, can't you?
No, because I didn't pick that one.
Ah, right. Fair enough. So these guys suffer 1 mortal wound, Phil. And you can take from wherever.
Well,
you could minimize the charge by taking the front one.
I really don't need a musician anymore. But, just gonna take.
Fair enough. The Dwarden King on a 4 plus suffers D3 mortal wounds. He does D3. For 2?
No.
Can he ignore it all?
Yeah.
On a 6, he ignores it.
This is massive defense right here.
Oh!
That's right! Doran is out to play!
Oh my god! What are the chances? Right, and then we've got the Warriors. There's 4 Warriors left on a 4 plus. No. So, not bad Lucy doing wounds there, but Phil managing to stop them.
Durin's fork.
Weighted dice.
Clearly weighted dice, Phil.
No.
Right, next up I believe Lucy is shooting the Judicators at these, what are these called, Thunderers?
They're called Iron Drakes.
Iron Drakes. So, 4 normal shots and then the prime hitting on 2s with the shock bolt.
Whoa.
Wow. So 1 hit.
Durin.
And then the prime hit. So how many does the prime do, first of all? 6.
Oh, God,
so that is 7 to wound rolls that Lucy gets to make.
Oop.
Right, so wounding on 3s. That's 5.
Wounds on 2.
Is there any rend?
Minus 1.
So I have a 4 plus save, so it goes to 5 up.
Wow. 2 wounds. And are they 2 wounds each? Or are they just 1 wound each?
1 wound each, I'll just take
So that kills them.
these 2.
Not too shabby at all.
With them saves.
Very, very lucky.
Wow.
Phil passing 3 out of 5 there. Right, I think we're going to be moving on to charges now. So moving into combat phases, Lucy's got 2 charges to announce. She's going to be using Celestin on Dracoth. So how far can he charge?
Double 1. Oh god.
That's an 8-inch charge. I believe she's probably going to get the pick of what she wants.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Yeah, she wants.
The Liberators, they're going to need an 8 to get within half an inch. Sorry, a 9 to get within half an inch. And they're rolling 8. I think that's just out, but we will double check. Lucy's Dracoth made the charge, and she is swinging at the Warden King. She has 4 attacks thanks to the command trait that she took, plus D3 extra for charging. She gets 1 extra, so that's 5 attacks, hitting on 3s. Oh, that's 4 hits. Wounding on 2s. That is 3 wounds. What's the rend on that?
Minus 1.
I get a 5 up save by D reroll.
Really?
Yeah.
And it does how much damage?
I ignore that on a 6.
Yep, you do. What?
Yes.
Wow. That is insane. Lucy, 3 attacks from the Dracoth. That's a 6 to hit.
Oh god.
You roll that to wound separately because you can do a lot of damage with that. It's 2 hits, it's actually 6s to wound that does the extra damage. And there we go. So, Phil, you're going to have to roll these separately. So is there any rend on this, Lucy?
Yes, -1.
So -1 rend for the single wound on the 4 first.
And then
Fails, but you re-roll.
So
And then you ignore on a 6.
And then ignore a 6.
No.
That's 3 1s in a row. Get that dice out of here.
So the Dracov just does 1 wound. But then this one. And then ignores on a 6. No. However, does that do
6 damage.
D6 damage?
Yep.
Let's have a look then. Oh!
I go down to 3.
So close, yet so far. Lucy, unfortunately, only rolling the 1 there. Phil passing some of them 6-ups.
Yeah.
Insane in the membrane.
Insane in the membrane.
Phil, you now get to activate and attack back.
Well, yeah, I think I activate the Warden King. He's got 4 attacks. He hits on 3s. And he wounds on 3s. That is 2 wounds at -1 rend. That does D3 damage each.
So he has a 3-up arm save now because of -1. It was +1 because of Castellant. So 3-up. Reroll the 1 because of the shield, which she passes. And I believe it's all units within 3 inches.
Yep, a mortal wound.
So that's a mortal wound on your king, which you can ignore on a 6.
Here it comes. Oh.
So he drops another 1. These guys would suffer a mortal wound.
Yeah, so I'll just
These guys would suffer a mortal wound, which you take from there. And then these guys suffer a mortal wound at the front. Right, so Phil's now piled in his 3 inches with the long beards. Obviously the guys here have to move towards Dracov. They're not going to get within range, but the guys that were at this side, have piled in and wrapped around. As long as they finish their 3-inch pile and move closer to the enemy model than when they started. So Phil, you've got your leader plus these 3 at this side.
Alright, so I get 3 for each one of the 3, and then I get an extra attack on the leader, so I've got 5 attacks in total. So I hit on 4s, and I wound on 3s at -1 rend.
That's 2 wounds, so Lucy's got a 3-up reroll on 1s. So she takes a single wound. That drops him down to 6. So Phil's now piled the warriors in from the bottom. We've got how many within range there? 3?
3 guys, one of them's my leader. So I get 3 attacks, but my leader gets an extra 1, so I hit on 3s, and then I wound on 4s.
1 wound, any rend?
No rend.
So 2 up rerolling the 1s. She passes it on a 6. But because of Castellan's ability with the healing lantern, she regains that wound that she lost. So she's back up to full 7 wounds. So, battle shock. Phil?
So I lost 1 guy. I lost 2 guys from that squad. They're bravery 6, so it's D6 -4. Nothing. And then for the warriors, I lost 1 guy, so it's D6 -5. Nope. And then for the longbeards, I lost 2, D6 -5 because they're bravery 7. So nothing happens there. And then on these, they lost 1, so it's D6 -5.
Nice. Phil passing every battle shock there. Cutting it close though.
Cutting it close, yeah.
Cutting it close. So it's now over to Dwarves battle round 2. Right, so the Stormcast lines are marching forward, and the Dracov and Celestin is holding the Dwarves where they are for the moment. But Phil, hero phase, what is happening?
So the Phoenix Gem is going to heal a wound.
Yep.
And then he's going to use his Ancestral Grudge. He's going to pick this unit, and what happens is anybody who attacks that adds 1 to the wound roll.
Right.
Then
So basically if you wound on 3s, you now wound on 2s.
Yeah.
Right.
Then the Rune Lord here is going to put an extra rend onto the cannon, which is on a 2+. Yep, nothing happens on a 1, it just doesn't happen. No. Then the Longbeards will use their grudge that they have.
Right.
Their grudge will be... Grots are weirder these days. You can reroll wound rolls of 1 for the special models from your army that are within 8 inches of that unit when they attack in the combat phase. So they'll be hitting on 2s, rerolling.
Wounding.
Well, wounding on 2s, rerolling, yeah.
That's a lot. Right, so movement.
The Iron Drakes are going to stay put because now they're in range and they get a special ability that to stay put, they get double their shots.
Yep.
The cannon feels fine, so does Grim. Will move round to here. So yeah, he's got good enough run to get there. Movement even. Then the Thunderers are well and truly in range with a 22-inch range. Basically, they can get the pick of the litter.
Yep.
But I am thinking, because I'm well and truly in range, I'm going to move them to possibly about here, just to stop the charge, if it ever happens. So I think I'm just going to move them normally, just 4 inches to the side.
Right, so Phil's pulled these guys down to the side, so we're moving into the shooting phase. Who is going first?
These 3 are going first.
Yep.
So they get double their shots because they didn't move. The Grudge Hammer Torpedo will fire into the Castant.
Yep.
So I hit on 3s. Yep. And then the 2 normal guys.
Yep.
Which gives me 4 attacks. And they hit on 3s. Oh.
I'm calling loaded dice here.
And then they do 2s to wound because of the grudge.
Yeah. Because they normally wound on 3s, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is 3 wounds at -1 rend, 1 damage.
Right, so Lucy still has a 2-up armor on him. So she's looking for 3s, re-rolling 1s. So there's 2 passes, re-roll the 1 for a 5, which means every unit within 3 inches suffers a mortal wound, Phil. So, a mortal wound on these.
Oh wait, I don't know why I'm rolling. Yep.
A mortal wound on Longbeards, I want to say.
Yep. So, I'll just take him out.
A mortal wound on
the Warriors.
Yep.
So, to take the Musician.
A mortal wound on him, but he can ignore it on a 6.
Yep.
5, so he drops another wound. And we'll have to measure the 3 inches. I think that's everything. But we'll just double check. It turns out this guy that Phil moved is actually 2.5 inches away. So, Phil.
Okay.
That lightning shield? Thunder shield?
Yeah.
Which one is it? I can't remember.
No.
Thunder shield. I get confused with storm shields because of Space Marine Terminators. But yeah, proven to be very, very useful in that 2-up armor, re-rolling the 1s, definitely holding him out.
Right, the next unit will fire now.
Yep.
Great Hammer Torpedo hits on
Who's
3s.
shooting?
These.
Yeah, who's shooting?
Him. God damn it! Like, what's going on? Like,
I don't know how you dare to roll the 6s you rolled.
No, it's just like not fair. And then the other guys, they hit 3 times, and then they wound on 2s.
Again, the 2 because of the grudge.
Yep, so there's 3 wounds at -1 rend.
So 3 up, re-rolling 1s for the shield. That's a 6, which means she would have gotten a wound back, but obviously she's on full health. What's next?
The cannon will fire into the Castant.
Oh, you don't want to do that.
Well, it's too late. Vengeance! Actually, wait. No, they'll fire into the Retributors.
Okay.
Yeah. So I hit on 4s, re-rolling.
Re-rolling because of the engineer.
Yep, so that's both hit.
Yep.
And I wound on 2s. 2 wounds.
Any rend?
Yep, -2.
What?
Which means you've got a 6-up save, and each one is doing D6 damage.
Yep.
That is horrible.
Oh.
Revenge!
Oh, that's 2d6 damage. Lucy rolling 2 4s. 8! That's going to kill 2 outright, and then wound 1. You take that one, and then wound the prime.
Yep.
We'll drop them down to 1 wound, and then leave these 2 guys, the Star Soul Maces. Wow, Phil, that is brutal. Please never ever take 3 of them.
Too late. I've already decided I'm going to bring more.
That's impressive firepower.
Yes, that's right. And we have more artillery that could be even better. So now I'm going to fire Grim Berloxen with his Grudge Raker. It's 16 inches. Yeah, look, can still hit the Retributors. It fires D6 attacks. 4.
Yep.
And these 4 attacks hit on 3s. All hit. And they wound on 3s with -1 rend.
So it's 2. Looking for a 5-up armor save, Lucy. That's a 6 and a 3. The 3 unfortunately is going to kill the prime.
Then he does have his other shooting weapon, which is a brace of dwarf pistols, which sadly won't be within range.
No problem.
The Thunderers now, they have their 22-inch range, so I think I might just want to finish the Retributors off.
Going for the Retributors?
Yeah, I'm thinking it. So I did lose a guy.
So we've now got Thunderers.
Yeah, so there's 9 of them. One of them's the leader. The leader has a handgun, so he gets +1 to his hit roll, so he is the cream dice. So they all hit on 4s, but the leader hits on 3s. Oh, dropping a dice there.
Shooting the Retributors, yeah.
Oh yeah. So the leader missed because he's useless. But the rest wound on 3 pluses with -1 round. It's 4 wounds.
4 wounds with a 5-up save.
Ooh!
Oh, that's 4 wounds. Killing one of them and dropping the other to 2 wounds. I presume you're leaving the lead guy there. Right, that was brutal.
Yes, it was.
That was brutal. So, is that all shooting?
That is all shooting, yes.
Right, which means we are going to move on to the combat phase. And Lucy has a little perk that she's going to use here.
I'm using a quicksilver potion, which means I go first.
Did I witch?
This is going to be very, very handy because if she can kill a couple of units or do some damage here before the rest of Phil's attacks come in, she might be able to reduce the damage coming in at Celestine. Right, so with the Tempestus Hammer, Lucy has 4 attacks thanks to the command trait. She's hitting on 3s. I presume you're going at the Warlord.
The king, yeah.
The king. Right, that's only 2 hits. You're now wounding on 2s. That is 2 wounds. At -1, was it?
Yep.
So 5+ save, I'll be rolling. Oh!
That is insane. She now gets to attack with the dragon. The Dracoth, that's 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. That's 3 hits. Wounding on 3s. There is no 6. That's only a single wound.
-1.
So 5+ save, I'm good.
What the hell?
It's just Thorin. I mean, how did he survive all those Hobbit trilogies? I mean, apart from the last one, no one talks about that death.
Right, come on then. Let's do these attacks back.
So I'm gonna pile in with my Longbeards and do them first.
No problem. So he would get the full 3 inches into there.
Yeah.
Those guys would pile in. I think if
Well, be careful, them 2 are warriors, so they don't get piled in yet.
Right, so the long beads, because Phil kept them just a little bit away, have ended up piling in round there, leaving space for the next guy to eventually make it in.
Yeah.
Right, so long beards.
So
We've got 1 here
and we've got 3
and 3,
and then my leader, so that makes 6 attacks.
and your leader's here.
Yeah.
Right.
So these hit on 3s. Oh. But then they do wound on 2s, rerolling,
Why re-rolling?
because of their grudges.
Which is re-roll 1s.
Yeah. And then he has
Because you've doomed, not doomed,
ancestral grudge.
on him means you're adding +1 to wound.
Yeah. So 2+ to wound, reroll on 1s.
Yep.
Because grots are weirder these days. Oh look, 2 1s. There we go. So there's 3 wounds at -1 round.
So that's a 3 up, re-rolling the 1s. So that's 2 passes and a single 1. And she passes it, doing a mortal wound to each unit.
Within 3 inches.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So, I believe the Thunderers are still within 3 inches. He ignores it on a 6.
No.
No. Your Longbeards then take 1.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, buddy. But
And then are the Warriors?
yeah.
Warriors would also take 1.
God damn it.
Mm-hmm. That shield proving very, very useful.
Eldar.
What's up, Eldar?
Okay, so then I guess my warrior will go next.
Yep.
He hits on 4s.
Reroll 1s?
Oh yeah, yeah, because
No, I thought it was
it's
just
every dispossessed unit within 8 inches.
Right.
Oh no, it's only the wound though. So yeah,
So he misses.
yeah, he misses. Well done.
Right, so what's next?
The Warden King with his 4 attacks hits on 3s, then wounds on 2s, rerolling because of all the nooks and crannies. All hit, 2s to wound. Rerolling that one.
So that's 3 wounds.
At -1 round.
So that's a 3 up, rerolling 1s.
Oh no, please.
She passes it! Oh my word. So, 6 up for him to survive. 5. Wow. But, good job on taking the thunder away, Phil.
The last of the warriors is dead. Yeah.
Oh.
Last of the warriors is dead.
He's dead.
So is Thorin, and then, yeah.
One of your longbeards. Thank God you took this guy.
Yeah. Thank God, am I right?
Right. So, battle shocks.
So I lost 3 of those longbeards there, so they're bravery 7, so it's d6 -5. -4 even, but I roll the 1s, I'm all good.
Yep. Next up.
The Thunderers lost 2, so it's bravery 6, so d6 -4. I lose 1.
But, can you re-roll that?
No.
Who was it that can re-roll?
No, there's no one that can re-roll. Just that the banner halves it, so
Oh,
1
right.
halved, but then up means
So it's still another 1.
1 goes,
Right.
and it's the only one after that.
Right, no problem. Now, Lucy doesn't need to take a battle shock on the Retributors because of his Lord of the Host special rule. That is actually really powerful. Really powerful. So now, it's battle turn.
If I don't
3.
get this turn, it's gonna be bad for me.
So, battle round 3. Oh, 6 and a 1, so Lucy gets to go first. So the start of battle round 3, Stormcast Eternals are going first. This guy is using Lord of the Host. Castellan is going to use the Warden Lantern to grant him his 2+ armor with 6s healing him. And Relictor is going to use his Healing Storm on the Retributor to try and get that wound back on a 3+. Goes off and heals D3 wounds, but he's only lost the 1. So he's back on to 3 wounds. Let's move into the movement phase. Right, so movement phase. The Liberators have pushed forward 5 inches, meaning they're only going to need a 5-inch charge to these guys. And the Retributor is pushed forward, looking to hopefully take out them 3 with D3 mortal wounds. Meanwhile, Castellan has moved 5 inches into the cover to get that +1 armor save.
Coward.
Yep. And Relictor, Lucy wants to move him across, but he's not going to make it with these moves, so she is running him. He just rolled a 6-inch run, so he's going to be able to go 10 inches, pretty much straight into the middle.
Cowardice! More cowardice, you're like the elves!
Right, shooting phase. Right, so the Judicators here are just within range of these guys. Thunderers?
Iron Drake.
Iron Drakes. Right, so Lucy's got 4 shots from the normal guys and 1 from the Prime. The Prime hits on 2s.
That's right.
That, unfortunately, is a poor roll. That's only 2 hits. That is 2 wounds because she's wounded on 3s.
-1 you ran.
5+ armor. Oh.
Kills 2. They are 1 wound each.
Yeah.
Not so good. Right, next shooting. Dracoth's Storm Breath. Right, so Lucy is going to use the Storm Breath from the Dracoth to shoot right here, which clips the cannon. And of course, Longbeards?
Yeah.
Longbeards. So the Longbeards...
Also hit him.
Is he a separate unit?
Yeah.
Ah, right, so that's all 3. So we'll start with the
hit
Long...
him.
Is he separate as well?
Yeah.
Oh, actually 2 heroes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awfully convenient.
Yeah, awfully convenient.
So how many's that?
That's going to be 4 different rolls. So let's do the Longbeards here first. On a 4+.
No.
No.
Aha.
Let's go for this guy first. Who's this?
The Rune Lord.
The Rune Lord. On a 4.
Oh.
Takes D3 mortal wounds. That is 2 mortal wounds, Phil.
I'll go down to 3.
Okay. The actual cannon itself, on a 4+, takes D3 mortal wounds. That's just a single wound on the cannon's team. And then we've got...
Cannon,
who's this guy?
it's Grimble Oxen.
So Grimble Oxen on a 4+.
Aha!
Unfortunately.
You haven't got Grim today.
But, very handy doing an extra couple of wounds there. Not too shabby. Right, that is it for shooting. Let's move on to combats. Right, so Lucy's going to charge the Retributor first because depending on how far the Liberators get, she wants to make sure that he definitely makes it in. So charging, wow, 11 inches. And do you know what? You could probably make it to this guy.
No. You don't
Of course
want
he can.
him.
I'll do that.
Look,
You don't want him.
that's 10 inches. Is he a beast in combat?
I don't know. Well, we'll find out.
He certainly will. So
Oh,
Lucy,
am I lying?
are you going for him?
Yep.
Why not?
Oh.
Liberators, how far do they charge? They've got a 7-inch charge. She's probably just going to be able to go straight for these and wrap around both sides.
Yep.
And then of course Dracoth is already in combat down there. Right, so combat phases. Lucy is going to activate the Star Soul Mace on this guy first to hopefully get lucky and take him out. It's an automatic hit, just doing D3 mortal wounds. So she's praying for a 3 on a D3 here. Oh, so close. 2 wounds drops him to 1. Phil, over to you. Who's going next?
Well, I mean, this is a lost cause. But, I think I'll go with the Thunderers.
Thunderers. So the Thunderers get the pile in 3 inches, and as long as they end combat closer to the model, then that's absolutely fine. So essentially Phil can wheel this guy round, making the space for the guys behind to move up. Right, so Phil is going to attack. These are Thunderers.
Yeah.
Right. 4 of them are unfortunately only ones within range, as they only have a 1-inch range. So what are you hitting on?
4s.
Okay. 1 hit.
And then 4. That's a
1
wound.
wound.
No rend.
So 4 re-rolling 1s, and that is a passed save. Right, over to Lucy, who is going next.
Dracoth.
Okay, so that's 4 attacks with the Tempest's Hammer, and it's 4 because of the command trait. Right, so 4 attacks going on the Longbeards, hitting on 3s. Nice, that's 3 hits, wounding on 2s. Wow. -1 rend.
Yep.
5 plus. Oh, did I?
D3 damage each.
What?
So 2 D3.
Aha!
That's
Oh,
3.
God damn it.
4.
There's only 5 there,
Well,
which leaves 1. Now she's got the Dragon's Claws though.
you can make it. If you make it, you'll get an
That's
in.
3 hits.
If this is a 6, it's D6 damage.
There, a 6, a 5, and a 1. So, Phil, roll these 2 separately, please.
Well, I'm just gonna check because that guy has a shield on him.
Right? So, do they re-roll 1s?
No, it's only if I call it a shield wall.
Right.
So,
So,
yep,
Ren -1,
he's dead.
which kills him regardless, because, yeah.
No consolidation. Wait.
Right, so, Lucy's going to be next, and I'm guessing we're going to pile in.
No, I'm next.
Oh, no, sorry, my apologies.
Yeah. Back up, right? A dwarf's here.
Those guys.
I'm not gonna make it. You're gonna have to trust me.
Nice reference.
So I don't know whether the leader gets an extra attack or not. Surprise if I do.
These are Iron Drakes?
These are Iron Drakes. Oh no!
What?
The Iron Warden gets +1 to hit.
In combat?
No, when shooting.
Oh.
So I had the double 2 there that actually hit him. God damn it. So just 3 attacks with them mailed fists. I'm gonna mail you with my fists. Hit on 4s.
2 hits.
Wounding on 5s.
1 wound. Any rend?
No.
4 re-rolling 1s. That's a 2, so 1 of them is wounded.
For a minute there, I thought I wounded the Dracoth. I was like, oh.
Right, so I know a lot of people have had interesting questions about how to do the pile-ins. And the way that we understand it is the model has to pile in towards the nearest enemy model and finish its pile-in closer than when it began, which is why when Lucy is charged, she kept as far away from him as possible. So, this guy can actually wheel 3 inches round to here because he's now closer. The guy with the hammer can wheel to there because he's now closer, which enables that guy to pile in. He's going to have to go for this one, unfortunately, but it does get him closer. And then this guy can move round. Stand. Creating space for him. And then of course these guys will pile in. Unfortunately, I think those two are going to be out of range. So, Lucy has a few different attacks going at the Thunderers and a couple going at the Iron Drakes. Right, so Lucy's going to go for the Iron Drakes. Are these three?
Yep.
She's going to go for them first. So this guy's the Prime, gets him 3 attacks, plus this one, and him. That gives her a grand total of 9 attacks, hitting on 4s. Not bad.
Actually, that was below average.
It was, only 4 hits. Wounding on 3s, Lucy.
Yep.
Oh.
That is 3 wounds. No rend though, is there?
No.
Oh, sweet. 4 up save for the Duradin Iron Drakes. And 1 die.
1 dies.
Can you take the non-special one?
So that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Then she has 6 attacks from these 3 into the Thunderers.
Oh yeah.
I'm learning.
You're getting good.
Where's
So-
the Grandhammer?
The Grandhammer is here. He's going to go at the Thunderers as well, and 6 attacks from the Warhammers. So the purple dice will represent the Grandhammer, all hitting on 4s.
Oh no. The Grand-
3s. I wouldn't guess.
4s, right? So there's a couple of misses in there. Wounding on 3s. So that is 1 wound with no rend fill.
That's
Passed it on a 6. We've then got 2 wounds at -1 rend for 2 damage each.
Here comes a solid 10.
Oh!
Did I call it? I should go to Vegas.
Wow! So Lucy only killed 1 model with all of them Liberators attacking.
Nope. Cancel that. They have a 5 up save. That's 4 guys dead.
It is.
Ah, damn it.
So, which 4 would you like me to remove?
Take all but the white beard. There's a white beard right at the back there. And
Right.
There's a banner there, so take these 4.
Take them 4.
Yeah.
Right, so,
I already killed the musician because he was killing other Thunderers.
and back over to Phil. The Rune Lord is going to swing at the Retributor with that last wound.
Yeah, so I've got 2 different weapons to use.
Okay?
So I've got the Forge Hammer. It's 2 attacks, it hits on 4s, and then wounds on 4s. No rend, 1 damage. 4s. 1 wound.
1 wound. Sorry, did you say there was a rend?
No rend.
No rend. 4 armor on that. Lucy passes it on a
And
6.
then I have the Rune Staff. It's
Mhm.
1 attack, hits on 4s. Wounds on a 3. Does wound, no rend, but is D3 damage.
And she saves it with another 6. Wow. Right, now over to Battle Shocks. This guy lost 2.
2 guys. They are Bravery 7, so it's D6 minus 5. Oh!
And that kills him.
Oh, dude, why?
Right. We've then got Iron Drakes?
Yep, so it's D6 minus 6, so there's no point rolling.
What? Oh yeah, because you'd automatically pass.
Yeah.
And then we've got the Thunderers. You lost 4.
They have Bravery 6, so it's D6 minus 2. That's right!
Not a bad round of Battle Shocks there for Phil, but we're now going into his battle turn 3.
Look.
I think if Lucy gets turn 4, she just needs to remove this unit and have 5 models here for a major victory. So let's have a look and see what Phil's going to do. Right, so going into hero phase for the Dwarves. Phil,
I'm going to use Rune Law and then do Forge Fire to add extra rend to the cannon. 2 up. And it works.
so
And then Grimbow Oxen will use his Master Engineer ability to heal D3 runes of the cannon. And he heals, goes up to full health.
sorry, that was on the cannon.
Yeah, cannon.
Okay. Shooting then?
Oh yeah, so I think I should start it out with styles, right? And I feel like someone's been really like messing with me the whole game.
I wonder who.
And that Lord Castellan is like maybe giving him 1 extra wound, but it's that
Castellan?
yeah, but it's that
Gives him 1
shield.
extra wound.
Oh, not 1 extra wound, 1 extra save.
Yeah.
But it's that shield. So the cannon is going to fire its 2 shots
Who at?
at the dude on the dragon.
Celestin and Battle.
Yeah.
Hitting on 4s, re-rolling.
Oh, you know me.
1 hit.
And then this wounds.
On 2s?
Well, it's yeah, that's a wound. At
Minus
-3.
3. So that means Lucy is on a 5 up save.
Yeah.
Re-rolling the 1.
Oh.
Re-roll the 1! Come on, pass it!
Oh.
No! She fails it, and that is D6 damage, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
For 3, so that drops Castellan
It's something.
to 4 wounds.
Now, Grimble Ox feels like he should finish this monster.
That's this guy, isn't it?
Yeah, so he gets D6 attacks with his Grudge Raker. And it wounds. It hits on a 3. Wounds on a 3. -1 rend. 1 damage.
3 up, re-rolling the 1. 4.
Then the Brace of Pistols gets 2 attacks. Hits on 3s. And wounds on a 3. -1 rend. Okay.
And she makes it.
Okay, cool. Can these still shoot even though they're...
Yes.
Yes, they can.
So, the torpedo
Yep.
will fire into the Dracoth, yeah.
Okay.
So, the torpedo hits on
And this is from the Iron Drakes.
the Iron Drakes, yeah.
Yep.
So it normally hits on 3s, but as I found out, the Iron Warden adds 1 to his hit roll, so it hits on 2s.
And the Iron Warden is the banner.
No, the one with the Grudge torpedo.
Oh, so the Iron Warden's the equivalent of a prime.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Cool.
it both hit, and then it wounds on 3s at -2 rend. 1 wound.
1
-2
wound.
rend.
So that's a 4 re-rolling 1s.
Now,
2.
because I'm assuming, are you a monster?
There you
Oh, we'll have to double check to see if he is a monster actually. So he doesn't have the monster special roll, which means it's just D3 wounds.
3.
For 3, he's on 1 wound.
And now the last Iron Drake is going to be a hero. He's going to be somebody. He's going to hit on 3s, and he's going to wound on 3s. 1 wound at -1 rend.
3 up. 6, that gets her a wound back as well.
Okay, so the 3 Thunderers that are left are going to open fire with... Okay, so my leader adds +1 to his hit roll.
Yep.
So I'll do his separately. So he hits on 3s, and then the other 2 hit on 4s. Aha!
Just to point out very quickly as well, if you're wondering why he gets a win back on a 6, it's thanks to Lord Castellan's Warden Lantern. It says you add 1 to saves, but if your total roll is 7, you regain a wound. So obviously 6 plus the 1 is 7, but obviously if you roll a 2 and +1, it counts as 3, which is essentially a 2+ armor save.
Okay.
So that's 6, helping out a lot there, Phil.
Yes, it was. So, going into combat, Grimble Oxen sees his opportunity
Right.
to charge the Lord on the track.
This guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's going to charge,
How far does he charge?
and
Bear in mind you can pick your target after the roll.
we are natural sprinters.
6 inches. So 6 inches is definitely going to get him in there.
Yeah.
Well, I presume you want to activate him first. Any other charges?
I'm definitely activating him first. There's no other
Or
choice.
can you charge the cannon at the retribute?
I'm not that stupid, my friend.
Fair enough.
So,
Who's going first?
definitely Grimble Oxen, otherwise he'll die.
Okay.
So he's going to use his steam-powered gauntlet.
Right.
It's on a 4+. Nope. And then he will use his Cog Axe, which is 3 attacks hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, with -1 rend, both D3 damage.
2 wounds, 3 up armor save. That's
And this
1
is-
fail.
D3.
Oh! 3 wounds!
I think Grimble Oxen has become the new general. Right?
Wow!
Vengeance!
However, that was some stock of shooting.
Oh yeah.
If Lucy maybe is getting another 1 or 2 6s and Phil had rolled low there, that would have made a massive, massive difference. Or even with a 1, re-rolling the cause and extra wounds would have been very, very nasty.
I feel like God just grant me eternal life.
To be fair though, Dracoth took half of your army out.
No, he took all my army.
Apart from 4 Thunderers.
Do you know what? This is a message saying, Phil, buy more cannons.
Do you know what, mate? Totally agree. So unfortunately, Dracoth is now down, which means that those Liberators there would be susceptible to battle shocks.
That's right.
However, it's now Lucy's turn to swing.
Who are you going to attack with this?
Down here, Lucy's elected to use the Retributor. She doesn't really need to roll because she's going to do instantly D3 wounds to kill this guy before he swings back. So he is gone, unfortunately, Phil.
Sad times.
Right, who's attacking next?
Well, the Iron Drakes have served me well, so the Iron Drakes will go next, I believe.
That's these two, yeah?
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's just 2 attacks, hitting on 4s, and then wounding on a 5.
1 wound, 4. Any rend, sorry.
No rend.
4 re-roll on the 1.
Nope.
No, that'll kill that retribute at the back. That is going to mean a battle shock at the end of the turn.
Oh, and I hope you roll big.
Right, Lucy's now going to get the swing back, probably with these, but let's pile these guys in. So, obviously these guys all have to go to the nearest model, so she's going to want the Grand Hammer within range. He would pile into there. This guy, because he has to pile into here, can actually swing round to there. If I can get him to stand, which means he would pull round and him into there. And then gets this guy in, allowing him to wheel into there. So, Lucy is going to have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attacks on the Iron Drakes. Hitting on 4s.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
That's a fair few hits. Wounding on 3s. That's 2 wounds. No rend, Phil. What's your armor save?
4 up, 1 dies. I'm gonna kill the banner.
Kill the banner.
Kill the banner.
Okay. And then she has...
Well, I get attacked now. Oh
No,
no, it's all one
the
big
same
unit.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 normal attacks. We'll work out the Grand Hammer separately. So 10 attacks hitting on 4s.
3s.
So yeah, it is hitting on 4s, and that's only 2 out of 10 dice.
Durin is shining upon Phil.
Oh, not good at all. 2 dice to wound, wounding on 3s. That's 1 wound.
5 up.
Kills 1.
I will take a randomer, please.
Well, you have to specify, Phil.
I'll take this randomer.
Okay. And then she gets to swing in with the Grand Hammer. Phil, you should have taken that one because then the Grand Hammer wouldn't have been within range.
No, because that's my leader,
Ah,
so don't really...
fair enough. So 2 attacks with the Grand Hammer hitting on 4s. 1 hit. 3s. That's a wound at -1.
6.
Wow.
I called it, I mean...
How many saves is that?
Well, you know, it's only saves. I mean...
Right. Battle shocks.
No, Thunderers.
No, sorry, my apologies.
That's
yes.
right. There's only 2 Thunderers there.
There is 2 Thunderers and you've done the Iron Drakes.
So the 2 Thunderers,
One of them's your leader.
yeah. So it's just 2 attacks, hitting on 4s, wounding on 5s.
1 4, re-rolling the 1. Makes it. Right, so battle shocks. Phil, your Iron Drake lost 1, which means he automatically passes because you can't fail.
Yeah, that's right. He's fearless.
And then the Thunderers lost 1.
They have a bravery 6, so it's d6 -5.
So they're fine. Lucy lost 1, but they're bravery 7 to begin with, not 6 because they were a unit of 10. So, because she lost 1, even if she rolls a 6, she's still fine. So she is actually okay. Right, battle round 4. Right, so we've just double checked because there's 9 at the point of taking the battle shock test. Lucy doesn't get the +1, so on a 6, she will lose 1 Liberator. 3, that is absolutely fine. So, battle round 4. Who is up first? This can be game changing. Oh, and it's Phil. That is not good because we've got a cannon staring at these, and we've got the Liberators here. Lucy really needs to push out and across here and have 5 models over on this objective to claim a major. Right, so Phil's not going to do anything for the hero phase.
No, it's only healing the war machine, and it's already like full health, so there's no point.
Right, so shooting.
Yeah, so Grimbow Ox is going to shoot into the Retributor. D6 attacks. 4, not bad, could be better. Could be better, Grim. 3 plus to hit. And then 3 plus to wound at -1 round. 3 wounds, -1.
Nice. So he has a 5 up save. You need to pass one of these. There's a single 5 He is on 1 wound.
And then I have my brace of dwarf pistols,
Mm-hmm.
hitting on 3s.
That's a miss, unfortunately, Phil.
The cannon will be firing into the liberators.
Into the Liberators?
Oh yeah. I need to regain my lines.
You do.
So,
And you know, obviously, if this unit gets over here,
yeah. They not only take it from me, but kill the rest of my stuff.
you'll still contest it as long as you have 1 model, but with the number of attacks, they would probably get through these guys. So you firing the cannon into here.
Yeah. So,
4's re-rolling?
yeah.
Hang on, what gave you the re-roll?
Him.
Ah,
Because I have an engineer within.
so there's 2 hits.
And then these wound on 2s. 2 wounds at -2.
So 6's, re-rolling 1's.
And this is 2d6 damage. 5 wounds.
5 wounds is going to kill 2 Liberators plus 1. So do you want to take these 2 at the back here, Luce? So we'll kill them 2 and drop 1 guy to a wound.
Then these will shoot.
Of course.
So I have the 2 Thunderers,
Mm-hmm.
which are gonna shoot.
The Retributor?
Yeah. So my leader
Yep.
hits, and
Yep.
then my normal Thunderer hits
Yep. Wounding.
on 3s. 2 wounds, -1.
5 up. You need to pass both. There's a 6. Oh, and a 1.
Then-
So
So I'm going to fire the Scourge Hammer Torpedo into this unit. I was debating about firing it into the Castant because I get 2 shots and I've got the chance of getting up to 6 wounds and killing them. But he's no longer being that much of a nuisance.
No, and he's in cover, so he'll have a 2-up save as well.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna try and whittle the storm down here. So I hit on 2s. And I hit once, and I wound on 2s. Don't laugh! Yeah, okay, so it's going into combat.
Yep.
And because he's serving me very well, he's gonna get a name. He's gonna get a name, he's gonna go first.
Okay.
He hits, and he wounds.
Any rend?
No rend.
4 re-rolling 1s. Kills that with a guy, so that's 1 model lost. Actually, that's 3 models lost by Lucy in this turn. That's not looking good for Battle Shock, so hopefully she can do some damage.
Right. I'll go all the way.
All of these guys?
Yeah.
Right, so you've got the Prime and him. This guy can go either way. That would be 5 attacks, it would be 7 with him. But you've only got 6 attacks and a hammer on these 2
I'll
guys.
Do this one then.
Right, so 7 attacks coming from these 2 and the Prime into the 1 Iron Drake, hitting on 4s. 2,
I think he's going to live.
possibly wounding on 3s. 2 wounds, no rend.
No rends, that's double 4. Oh yeah!
Oh, like a boss.
That's right.
Right, so we've then got 4 attacks with the normal hammers onto these 2, and then 2 from the Grand Hammer. So we're hitting on 4s, 1 Grand Hammer hit, 3 normal hammer hits, wounding on 3s. That's 1 from the Grand Hammer and 1 from a normal. So give us a normal armor save.
5 up,
Fails, kills 1.
6 up. Thunderers are gone.
Yep. Lucy is still tied up with that 1 iron Drake. Battle Shocks, this is going to be key. Phil doesn't need to take 1 because there was only 1 model and Lucy wiped out the unit here. This is going to be crucial because there's only 6 Liberators here and Lucy needs 5 on the objective to score it. So, she needs to roll a 3 or less to pass. She's lost 3 models. We'll add 3 gets it to bravery 6, which means that's a pass. Over to Lucy's right turn. Lucy doesn't have any generals, but she does have some abilities from these heroes. She's going to use the Warden Lantern from Castellan to give these guys a 3+ armor save, re-rolling 1s because of the shields. Lord Relictor can't really do much, so he's going to use Lightning Storm, was it?
Yeah.
On this 1 Iron Drake. So 3+ to go off. And it goes off. Right, so that's D3 mortal wounds, which means it's going to kill him outright, but Lucy would have done 3 wounds. So that is going to
Deny the witch!
That's going to kill him. But that's really good because now she can move forward to take these guys out in hopefully Alright, so in the movement phase, Lucy has moved the Liberators this way to try and take on the cannon.
Yeah.
And Castellan has moved out 5 inches. It's a long charge. I think he needs 11 to make it to, what's his name?
Grim.
Otherwise, he's not going to be able to get over to the cannon at all. The Judicators have pushed forward. They're still within 6 inches of that gemstone at the back. So they are still going to secure that. They can hopefully take him down. They're just within 24. If there was any more distance between them, no shooting. So these guys would end up charging in as well to take them out. So Lucy over to shooting. Judicators at these guys, yeah? 4 shots and 1 from the shock bolt. Wow. 3 misses on the normal guys, but the 2, because the prime is using that, hits. So D6 from the prime for 2, so that's 3 to wound rolls. Wounding on 3s, that's only 2 wounds at -1 rend, Phil.
On Grim, yeah?
On Grim.
I believe he has a 4 up, but let me
That's
just check.
5 up armor save thanks to the -1 rend. Holy hell. Right. Charges then loose.
Overwatch?
Castellan, how far does he go? We want big numbers.
Oh.
Not far enough, that's an 8-inch charge. And the Liberators,
Double 1.
that's a 6. Right, so straight into combat. Lucy's going to split her attacks. She's going to have 5 attacks on Grim. And then the rest and the Grand Hammer are going on these guys here. So 5 on Grim, hitting on 4s. That's 4 hits. Wounding on 3s. That is 3 wounds, no rend, Phil.
Good. 4 save. So he takes 2 wounds. He goes down to 3.
Down to 3. Wow, he has a serious amount of wounds for a little guy. Meanwhile, we've then got 6 attacks from the others, plus 2 from the Grand Hammer, hitting on 4s. It's not too bad. 1 hit on there with the Grand Hammer, wounding on 3s. The Grand Hammer fails to wound, so that's 3 wounds, no rend, and that's on the Thunder Gun.
4.
Holy crap!
That is right. So I guess it's the crew on the Thunder next. So that's 3 attacks, 4 plus to hit, and then 5 plus to win. No win. And then Grim the Locks has his mailed fist. Oh, it's steam powered gauntlet actually. Hits on a 4, and then wounds on a 3. And yeah, that's just 1 wound at -1 hand.
So 4 up, that's a 6.
And then I get 3 attacks with his cog axe. 2 hit, and then 3 plus to wound. 1 wound at -1 rend, D3.
And that's a 5, that's a pass. Lucy's still on the 4 up there because of Castellan's ability. And I believe that's your entire turn.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was all of your combats. Right, so this is battle round 5. So, all to play for. Lucy does secure 1 objective, but to win by major victory, she has to score this one by killing the entire unit. Phil will stop her from securing it by simply having 1 model there. I think Lucy needs to go first to try and get Castellan over to help out as well. Who goes first?
Oh, I got a 2.
Oh, it's Phil!
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, right when it matters. So,
Shooting.
not good.
Yeah.
Not good. So, who's going first?
The cannon will eradicate. Actually, no, I think Grim might be able to do a lot of damage first.
Right.
So, and then it might be like, worth it, but... No, I'll just do the cannon. Fuck it.
Who's the cannon shooting at?
The Liberators.
Okay.
Reroll that 3. I get both.
2 hits.
2's the wound.
1 wound.
At -2 rend.
So that's a 5 up, which she passes, and the 5 up is still valid because it's +1 armor save thanks to Castellan's hero ability still being in effect.
And then D6 attacks from the Grudge Raker. Does 2. It's on 3s. And then the Bridge of Pistols.
Not going Phil's way. So straight on to combat.
Straight on to combat, I'm going to go with Grim first, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So the mailed fist, or steam powered fist even, misses. And then the cog axe, 2 hits,
Mm-hmm.
1 wound,
Any
minus
rend?
1.
-1 rend, so that's a 4 Lucy, re-rolling the ones. Passes it. And that would actually heal her if she wasn't at full health already. Right, over to Lucy. So, if we... Actually, Phil should have piled in there. Right, so Lucy's got 5 attacks from these 2 guys in at Grim, hitting on 4s. 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. 1 wound.
Take away.
It drops to 2 wounds. Right, she then has 6 attacks here, plus 2 from the Grand Hammer. So, the whites will be the Grand Hammer. She's hitting on 4s. 50% chance. Wounding on 3s. Only 2 wounds.
4 up.
And he makes it.
That's right.
And then Phil gets to swing back with
3 crewmen hitting on 4s. And then moving on 5s. No
nothing. And that's Phil's turn?
Yeah.
Right, let's move on to turn 5 for Lucy. Lord Castellan has moved. Lord Relict is not going to be able to do anything because this is the last round of the game. This game type ends at the end of battle round 5, so unfortunately Relictor is out of range. Castellan, like I said, is pushed forward, and he's looking to hopefully make the charge in here. We have measured though, and the Judicators are just within range of Grim, so that's 4 attacks from them, 4 shooting attacks, and the 1 from the Shock Bolt. So the Shock Bolt's hitting on 2s, so that's 2 misses, 2 hits. D6 for the Prime with the Skybolt, that's 3, so that's 5 to wound rolls that Lucy is going to get to make. So wounding on 3s. That is 3 wounds at -1 rend, Phil.
5 up. Oh, what is that?
And he goes down. Brutal, brutal stuff. So, that leaves it down to combats. Lucy's going to charge Castellan in, but how far can he charge? 2d6. That's 7. We'll have to measure that. So Lord Castellan, with a 7-inch charge, only makes it to here, unfortunately. He needed an 8 to get within half an inch. So, all of these guys now get to pile in. That's 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 attacks with the Warhammers, plus 2 from the Grand Hammer, hitting on 4s. That's better. That's a decent roll. Both hits from the Grand Hammer. All of these wounding on 3s. Let's see if we can take them out. So, that's 2 at -1 rend. And then 4 normal saves. So give us the 4 normal saves first.
4 up. I lose 2, so I'll take the cannon down to 2 wounds.
Yep.
And then the 2 5-ups. Nope, so the cannon's gone.
That's 2 damage each.
Oh, okay, so then I'm left with 1 crew member.
You are.
And I still live.
And I believe...
Whoa. I'm going to leave the one that was closest.
to deny Lucy the objective. So, we've got to hope that Phil fails Battle Shock here.
Well, I can still attack, actually.
You can,
you
can.
Poke something eye with the sponge I have on that guy's. 4 plus the hit. Oh, 5 plus the wound. He's angry.
3 plus.
That's
Reroll the 1 for your shield.
And here comes another 1.
And that's a 5.
Then
Right. So your Battle Shock, you lost 3 models, Phil.
Yep, so I have a bravery of 6, so it's d6 -3. I'm good.
Wow.
He is alive. He'll become a sponge master and be
Do you know what it is? That was a 50-50 roll. If he'd rolled a 4, it would have killed that one gunner. And look at this. 4 inches away. 4 inches away.
Lovely boy.
So, that is a minor victory for Lucy because she has more points worth of models left on the table. Relictor 80, Castellan 100, the Judicators 160, and Phil holding it out to the last combat.
So I'm gonna get a Rune Lord model, put a sponge on the end of his hammer, and call him Sponge Master, and that'll be him.
That was absolutely brutal. Phil, Lucy, did you enjoy the game?
Yeah, I did.
Even though Dracoth was a bit of a beast.
He still died.
He did. Them guns, mate. You need more of these guns.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
And if that's just one of the artillery out of like, what, 7 different types? Just dwarf types? Then I wonder what could come next.
Exactly. So, I hope you've enjoyed the Age of Sigmar battle report. Lucy's Stormcast looked brilliant. Phil's, what are they called?
They're called Dispossessed, but just call them the
Dwarves.
Durin Folk of Erebor.
Look absolutely gritty, dark, grim. So yeah, thanks very much for watching this Age of Sigmar battle report, folks. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a pleasure to film it, and hopefully we can get a lot more Age of Sigmar battle reports. If you have any requests for armies, I'll certainly see who I can dig up. Maybe he's an undead player, you never know. Yeah. Don't laugh at my jokes then. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys.